But the leaders, Radka Kovarakova and Renee Novotny. Last year, they won the World Amateur Championship in their first year as professional skaters, bidding to win the World Professional title.
In all the previous professional competitions they've entered this year, they've struggled. However, they skated beautifully in the technical program, and this event is theirs for the taking.
Originally from the Czech Republic, they now train in Lake Arrowhead, California, and they're engaged despite the fact that she is 12 years younger.
Forget these wide-eyed beams. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your feet. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you beside you, to guard you and to guide you.
She caught her skate in the rim of lights and fell pretty hard, too.
They misjudged the length of the rink. The referee has to stop this. The lighting's all over the place.
Those lights are still out on the ice at the other end of the rink.
She could have damaged her blade as well.
She's looking at it.
The referee should be stopping this.
This could be very dangerous now if there's some faulty piece of equipment, if the skates aren't just right. But they skate on. It almost looked like she had no control. Renee had to grab her by the ankle and pull her back.
Pieces of fabric on the ice.
Well, I admire their courage, but
she had lost an edge. You can clearly see her blade just slipped from under her. It's a wonder that didn't happen sooner.
Ladies and gentlemen, because of the danger.
There's a look at that edge.
The problem with that is that once it's gone, there's nothing you can do without a stone or a sharpening equipment. They're skating over to the referee to see what to do. Now, fortunately, Carrie Leach, one of the judges, is a very respected hair coach, who is looking at the blade.
Lean back, please. Just a little thing.
In fact, he's working on it. Isn't he? Filing it. Did he carry that with him?
He always carries that with him. He's something. Now, here's where it happened. A simple back edge, but they misjudged the length of the rink, which is probably due. Oh, look how she's caught the rope light and the board. But I would say that this is due to the fact that they are new on the professional scene, not used to skating under spotlights, and when you're out there, you're completely blinded. And that's something new for them to contend with.
I was surprised, though, that it wasn't stopped directly after this incident.
It should have been. Well, now they have the choice. First of all, they have to see if this blade's okay.
It's like she's giving it a test right now.
Then they have to decide whether they want to skate from the beginning of the program or pick it up where they fell, which is only 30 seconds away from the end.
Well, it's their decision, and while they make it, we'll take a break.
Professional
Back to Landover, where Radka Kovarakova and Renee Novotny, with the World Professional Championship hanging in the balance, have a decision to make. Do they restart their program from the top or from where the mishap occurred?
Conferring with their coach, 10-time world champion Irina Rodnina. Oh,
And you hear from the beginning.
that takes a lot of courage.
Apparently, Radka's edge is all right. Denis Petrov with mixed feelings because they're in second place and stand to win the championship if Kovarakova and Novotny fail.
Being allowed to start from the top isn't necessarily a fair decision because the error was theirs. It wasn't an equipment failure or audio failure that caused the accident. It was their error.
Kovarakova and Renee Novotny.
So, given new life a second chance, here they are again to the music of Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Forget these wide-eyed beasts. I'm here. Nothing can harm. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your breeze. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you beside me to guard you and to guide you.
Going into this throw, she has to be wondering about the edge.
They must be all right.
It was better than the first time.
And is that fair?
And look at that. He did a double. First run, he did a single axel right there. Taking the opportunity. And this is where it happened the last time.
They gave it plenty of room that time. It's almost as if the second chances revitalized their program. Well, champion athletes take advantage of opportunities, and I think that is what Kovarakova and Novotny have just done.
And they've just been given a very quick education into professional skating. They had the opportunity to make things better, and watch this throw triple sow. Now, this is from the second performance. Textbook perfect. beautiful extension on the landing, and here is from the throw triple Salchow from the first performance. Not as high, and a struggle of a landing.
9.9.
Well, those scores would indicate that, given the second chance, they did indeed take advantage of it to win their first world professional title. The amateur title last year, the professional title in their first try. Let's go to Marianne Gravelberg.
Rodka and Renee, congratulations, your first world professional championship.
Thank you very much. This was an experience, really. I don't know what to say. I'm just glad that we started over and did it, and even my edges, there's no edge now, but that's fine.
It was a very frightening moment. Tell us what happened.
I knew that the most difficult element is over, and I'm fine. And, you know, then I just try to enjoy it as much as I can, and that's where the board was. So that's, you know, just, when I hit it the first time, I lost my edge, and then I couldn't do anything. It's just, I needed.
It was beautiful. You must be so very happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy, and Renee and Irina, glad all of us, we are here, and it was great.
It was beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And so here are the final standings. The lingering question, though, was it completely fair to the other competitors to let them skate over from the beginning? So the Pairs Championship is in the books, and now we look forward to that showdown between the masters of the 10, Brian Boitano and Kurt Browning, and then the ladies. Surprisingly, Yuka Sato leads the favorite Kristi Yamaguchi with the artistic program to go. And the question is, can Yuka pull the upset?
Well, she's certainly skating beautifully and without pressure. But what will be most exciting tonight is Kristi's choice for the artistic program. She's never skated it before. It's very high risk. It's a comedy. We have no idea what the judges are going to think. Quite a test for a defending champion.
Kristi will need her best performance later tonight. One time you'll have to hold off Kurt Browning. The skaters will skate in reverse order of their placement in the technical program. Paul Wiley leads off, then Victor Petrenko, Kurt Browning, and Brian Boitano. Paul Wiley will skate Apollo 13 for his artistic program, inspired by the movie. It begins with a little kid dreaming of space, then the excitement of blast-off, problems with the flight, and then a trumpet signaling the power of wanting to return to home and family.
Paul's in fourth place after the technical program, which means he's got a lot of ground to cover here. But you never know in the men's event. Anything's possible.
Okay, good evening, America, and welcome aboard Apollo 13.
Gentlemen, it's been a privilege flying with you.
Paul Wiley, and like Apollo 13, some problems in the middle. He's been bothered by a growing pull and has a hectic schedule. I think that contributes to two really subpar performances here, but no one conceives an artistic program like Paul Wiley.
His jumps escaped him, but not the intensity or the passion.
And Kurt Browning remains Brian Boitano's only challenger, unless Victor Petrenko can pull off a miracle skating next. Then it will be Kurt Browning, followed by Brian Boitano. I'm sure no one more disappointed, though, than Paul Wiley. He's become very introspective since the death of Sergei Grinkov, traveled to Moscow for the funeral. Anxious to find his place in history, and determined, he said, to take advantage of every moment. Victor Petrenko warms up as the Wiley scores come in, and disappointing, 48.6. Brian Boitano alone with his thoughts, a slim lead over Kurt Browning, with Victor Petrenko also within striking distance.
Although he's in third place, again, anything is possible, and he has an interesting program planned. It's called This Business of Love, and it's from the soundtrack Mass.
Victor, often plagued by uneven performances. That was the story of his technical performance, trying to put it all together in this artistic program. He's got the swagger.
I'm just a baby in this business of love. I'm a mover, I shoot with nothing like. I can take your last dollar with the throw of a dice that I get going from heaven above. But I'm just a baby in this business of love. I'm a smooth operator in all of that. Sophisticated, never let I go. I'm just a baby in this business of love. I'm just a baby. Nobody ever tried that. Somebody save me. I'm just a baby in this business of love. Starting young, I never look back at the things I've done. Never pleasure and doing on, but nothing can save you from your own heart. I'm just a baby. Nobody ever played me. Somebody save me. I'm just a baby in this business of love.
Beautiful triple axel. It's one thing to be able to stretch your stuff, but to combine it with great technical skating is really something.
It was so high in the air.
Come a long way from Odessa.
I was right smack dab at the top of my game. I think the more was my middle lane, and just one little thing. Never knew I had a whole lot of nothing if I ain't got you. I'm just a baby. Nobody just a baby in this business of love. Badu, 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 badu.
It must have been that hat. Victor Petrenko, the 92 Olympic champion, says, hey, Brian and Kurt, don't forget about me. That was quite a performance.
Victor Petrenko.
Completely different from Paul Wiley, but just as artistic. And with great skating to boot.
Even Kurt liked it.
Kurt actually had chosen this music for himself and even choreographed the piece, but I think he's going to have to put it on the shelf now.
Didn't be skated much better than Victor just performed.
He's milking this for all it's worth, too. He's giving Kurt a bit of his own medicine.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the scores for Victor Petrenko.
Well, the scores come up and begin with a perfect 10.
9.9. 9.9. 9.9. 10.
Wow. We have 2 more skaters left here. This is a
The total
fantastic
score
mark.
is 49.7.
And Victor, hidden by the flowers, puts the pressure on that man, Kurt Browning, and Brian Boitano to follow. Think Marianne Grabavoy, once again from Landover, Maryland. Kurt Browning ready to skate his artistic program. In second place, just behind Brian Boitano, with a chance to win this World Championship. How much is he motivated by a frankly embarrassing performance at this event last year?
Well, he's out to prove himself this year, and he's using everything he could possibly use to do it, including some vinyl pants.
He told me they were petroleum-based, he thinks.
And he's got his own hot program planned. It's the Brick House by the Commodores.
He had one like that in the technical program that was planned. Time to start the party. Kurt Browning.
Well, there are a few little slips here and there, but Kurt has a way of making everybody forget about them. There is no one who can move like Kurt Browning.
Brian Boitano knows that.
Kurt has the audience on their feet. It's a tough act to follow.
Kurt just had such personality throughout that entire program. And now the rewards.
Well, he's worked hard for this event. And it's really great when that kind of work pays off.
I'm struck by the contrast between his performance last year and this year. He accepted Boitano's challenge this year when last year he just was not up to it physically or mentally. As you said, there were a couple of flaws in his program, but was it enough to overcome them? Here are his scores.
10.
Wow. I didn't expect a 10 or 2.
9.9.
The judges are saying, welcome back, Kurt.
10. 9.9. And 10.
And a total 49.9, matching Boitano's score in the technical program. That means Brian must now skate flawlessly to retain the title.
What a party that was.
It was a party indeed. I think everyone enjoyed it, with the exception perhaps of Brian Boitano. Kurt Browning, a beautiful artistic program, enjoying the moment with his fiancée, Sonia Rodriguez. Now Brian Boitano, 6 times he's won the World Professional Championship. Can he win a 7th? No one has ever done it before.
And he has his work cut out for him. Not just Kurt's performance, but also Victor's. And the one thing Brian isn't going to do is come out here and dance and work the audience.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Those tears are for someone else. I hear your voice on the phone. I hear you feel so alone, my baby.
Brian Boitano, and did he rise to the challenge like a champion?
A flawless performance.
But the question is, did it have enough pizzazz, enough showmanship to convince the judges like Kurt did?
It
Brian
talks out
Boitano.
as opposed to in your face.
Personally, if I were a judge, I'd hate to choose between Victor, Kurt, or Brian.
It's going to be a difficult choice for the judges. For Brian, another flawless program seems to be old hat, and yet Kurt skated so well in the technical number and the artistic number, and he seems to have the momentum. He certainly has the momentum of the audience.
Yeah, they take the lowest and highest. Yeah, which makes it harder for me to catch up. Because it averages everyone out. I do. They were stuck, weren't they?
Well, Brian has to be confident that he can't do any more than that. It's as good as it'll get.
You could see by his body language that he was happy with the performance.
9.9. 9.9. 10. 9.9. 9.8. 9.8. 9.8.
Maybe. What do they say? It's you.
Congratulations.
Champion of the world!
It's like you've never been champion of the world.
This is totally different.
That's good.
Oh, I never ever thought I'd win one of these.
Turkey platter. You get a good one, too. These are awesome.
Do you get to keep it?
You get to keep it.
Cool.
Congratulations.
I'm so excited.
That was a good skate, Mike. Really good.
An outstanding men's competition. Those artistic programs, something to remember, and the record crowd enjoyed them. Kurt Browning dethrones Brian Boitano.
Kurt, congratulations. World professional champion. The old magic is back again.
Well, it was tonight, and I really honestly thought I would never, ever win Landover. I really didn't, and this is such a surprise, and I'm so, so happy. I can't tell you. It really would take magic to beat Brian and Paul and Victor, and there was some magic tonight. And going into the second number, I just thought, just please keep the magic just a little bit longer.
Last year you were ragged and worn. What has changed? What has made the difference in the last 12 months?
I really felt like the first day of school and a new school and little kid, and everyone was picking on me, and I had some injuries, and I really didn't get any momentum last year, and I learned from that. And this year I'm having so much fun, and that's the ticket to my success. Is when I have fun, then the audience has fun.
Have you found a new sense of purpose for your skating?
To have, honestly, I'm enjoying working harder. I never ever did work very hard, honestly, and I'm starting to, as I get older, I work a little harder.
Last year fourth, this year redemption. Woo!
Yeah, I said in an interview last year, if I was healthy and if I was happy, it would be different, and I guess it was.
How good does it feel to be back on top?
I can't tell you. I really didn't think I would win, so I'm just gonna love it.
We're happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It has been a night of upsets, a night of bizarre occurrences. Victor Petrenko with congratulations. Will it continue with an upset of Torvill and Dean? Stay with us. Let's continue from Landover, Maryland. Ice dancing now. This is the free dance, skating in reverse order of their finish in the rhythm dance competition, which means the Russian pair, Maya Usova and Alexander Zulin, lead off.
Alexander Zulin.
They skate the story of a man caught by evil fate. The music is Prelude in C minor by Rachmaninoff.
although they now live and train in Lake Placid, New York. A typical Russian ice dancing performance by Maya Usova and Alexander Zulin, whose professional career has survived the breakup of their marriage.
And like their personal relationship, this performance was intense and melodramatic. And you either like it or you're just confused by this kind of work on the ice.
Well, Usova and Zulin are the defending champions here, but that was before Torvill and Dean made an appearance in Landover.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scores.
Next to skate, though, will be Klimova and Ponomarenko.
9.8.
Here are the scores for Usova and Zulin.
9.8. 9.9. 9.8.
Consistent marks from the judges.
9.9.
And pretty good, but not good enough to win. 49.2. And next, Marina Klimova and Sergei Ponomarenko, Olympic champions in 1992, three-time world champions, and old rivals of Torvill and Dean. Their rivalry goes all the way back to 1984.
Marina and Sergei will skate the story of Romeo and Juliet to the score of Tchaikovsky.
Romeo and Juliet is skated by the Russian husband and wife team Marina Klimova and Sergei Ponomarenko.
In 1984, they were the Olympic bronze medalists. In 88, the silver medalists. In 92, the gold medalists. And as professionals, they continue to thrive. This particular piece has become a signature for them.
In thriving not only on the ice, but also in choreography. In the pairs competition earlier, we saw technical and artistic programs that they choreographed for Kavarakova and Novotny. Now living in Lake Arrowhead, California. Will that be enough to dethrone Torvill and Dean, who have never lost in this competition?
It's been a frustration for Marina and Sergei that they've never won this competition.
Torvill and Dean awaiting their turn on the ice.
Scores for Marina Klimova and Sergei Ponomarenko. 10. 9.9.
Excellent marks.
10.
Well, the pressure's on.
10. 10. 9.8.
That will be eliminated, though, that 9.8. And near perfect marks, 49.9. A 9 out of a possible 50 for Klimova and Ponomarenko. So the pressure on Torvill and Dean. Many thought they could just waltz, if you'll excuse the expression, home to victory here. After a 5-year absence trying to claim yet another title, it would be their 4th World Professional Championship.
And they have a delightful piece planned for Simon and Garfunkel's Cecilia.
And Christopher Dean.
Chris plays the nerd. I have a tough time buying that one.
Jane, now 38 years old, Chris 37, skating in shows more often than competitions. Good to see them back again in a competitive situation. Regarded as the best ice dancers ever. 2 decades on the ice together and still at the top of their game. Jane Torvill and Christopher Dean.
Just great. Whenever I watch them skate, I sit back and wish I had thought of that.
Many in the crowd standing. This is a record crowd, over 18,000. One of the largest crowds to ever see skating anywhere.
They keep coming up with new ideas, new ways of moving. I'm always captivated. It's fantastic.
Jane Torvill and Christopher Dean.
But they need good scores. They should get them, but it could be close.
10,
Well, they begin with 2 perfect marks.
10, 9.7.
Well, Colin Hanson always manages to get on camera at least once in a event.
49.9, and that will be enough to give them the championship. Torvill and Dean. Here are the final standings then. Torvill and Dean just besting Klimova and Ponomarenko. In a moment, the final showdown. Kristi Yamaguchi in the unaccustomed position of being the pursuer. Since her Olympic gold medal in 1992, Kristi Yamaguchi has been queen of the ice. But last night, she wasn't. And Kristi Yamaguchi finds herself in second place. Now can she come from behind to win? She's done it before. The challenge to the champion comes from an unexpected source. Yuka Sato, who in her second year as a professional displayed a newfound confidence and polish, gliding over the ice to take the lead after the technical program, displaying the resolve to dethrone the queen. And finally, Nancy Kerrigan, how her life has changed in 2 short years. Even familiar moves are no longer automatic. And now, perhaps at a crossroads, tonight will test her commitment. Nancy Kerrigan and Kristi Yamaguchi really grew up right before our eyes. Competitors for a long time, roommates at the 92 Olympics. Nancy has never beaten Kristi, and after an uneven performance in the technical program, won't this time either. Her artistic program, to her Irish roots, her dad is Irish, it's Celtic Heartbeat. Nancy Kerrigan in training only for 2 weeks, not involved in competitive situations much anymore. And Sandra, if this was about testing her resolve to compete as a pro, what's the verdict?
Well, that particular performance was definitely a sloppy one.
Krista Yamaguchi warming up. She'll skate next once she gets that costume straightened up. Nancy Kerrigan remains, of course, a fan favorite, as evidenced by the handful of flowers and the handshakes as she makes her way over to get her scores.
When you make mistakes like this on a relatively simple move, it means a lot more than just a technical problem. It means that your heart isn't here. And I think she has some soul searching to do.
Mary Scott Volder, coach, saying you rushed.
Scores for Nancy Kerrigan. 9.7. 9.6.
She seems surprised with her marks, and yet I don't know if she's aware of what the other women are doing at this competition.
Good point. Very low marks for Nancy Kerrigan. And as she said, the audience liked it, but judges obviously did not. 48.4. Well, now Krista Yamaguchi. In the technical program last night, some flaws appeared. She'll have to have a perfect performance to get the title back. And now Krista Yamaguchi, perhaps feeling the pressure of being expected to win during her technical program last night. Some flaws appeared. And now for her artistic program, it's called Oh So Quiet. She says it's for Scott Hamilton because it's silly. Silly like her personality off the ice, but will the audience and the judges get it?
Christy has 2 goals for this performance. The first is to skate cleanly, and the second is to make them laugh. Well, they laughed, Tom.
But did she skate cleanly?
Well, with a couple of trips in there, it was not clean. And with a program like like this, which is so high risk, in front of these judges, you do have to be clean. So I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Christy Yamaguchi.
But it was oh so quiet by the artist Bjork.
Yuka Sato, this is probably a bit of an uncomfortable position for her. She now is the hunted in first place.
The name of the game in a professional career is versatility. And you have to take chances. You have to keep on stretching, trying different things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But I think for Christy, this is a huge success. They laughed.
And so did we. Now let's see what the judges thought. Christy's still laughing.
I even tripped.
As we may see here.
She got so caught up here that, whoops. And this is still a competition. And on this triple toe loop, she also had problems.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scores for Christy Yamaguchi. 9.9, 9.8, 9.8, 9.9, 9.8.
Well, perhaps the judges didn't completely get it.
And 9.9.
Some did, some didn't.
49.2.
49.2.
So the door is left open, but the pressure is on Yuka Sato. Perhaps she can go to her heritage
Yuka Sato.
for some moral strength in this situation. Both her parents, Japanese national singles champion. Her father a skating coach, her mother a choreographer. The leader after the first program, can she withstand the pressure of Christy Yamaguchi? Yuka Sato, very graceful and expressive, but 2 clear mistakes. A tough decision for the judges.
Well, I love Yuka's skating. It's classic and clean. But what are the judges going to do? Are they going to go for pretty and safe or fun and risky? Both skaters made errors. 2 errors each. It's a tough decision. The audience has already made theirs, though.
The audience much warmer for Christie's performance than for Yuka Sato, but somewhat to be expected in this venue.
Yuka made the same mistake on 2 of her 3 jumps. Touchdown with the right arm. And although this is the artistic program, any mistake like that does mar the performance. And the judges should be taking it into consideration. Now, were those mistakes more serious than Christie's?
And we're about to find out. She needs mostly 9/8 to win, and she starts with a 9-9. She needs a total of 48.6 to dethrone Kristi Yamaguchi. There's a 10.
Oh, I don't get the 10. Perfect means perfect.
And these scores are going to be good enough to get there. The magic number 48.6, and she has 49.3. Yuka Sato has beaten Kristi Yamaguchi.
Yuka, congratulations, your first World Professional Championship.
Thank you. So happy.
How shocked are you to win tonight?
Well, it's really hard to explain it in a word because here this competition is totally different feeling atmosphere as the other competitions, and I wasn't sure like if I could do it or not, but I just try to have so much fun out there and you know, share this time with the audience, and I think I worked well. So
Congratulations, a magnificent job.
Perennial champion Kristi Yamaguchi received a new challenge and didn't quit without a battle, but tonight fell just short. Japan's Yuka Sato walked away with the roses and the title on this night of surprises. Radka Kovarakova and Renee Novotny, new champions following a battle with the rink lights and a reskate. And Kurt Browning, he promised last year to return and skate better. And he did, as Brian Boitano can attest. After 5 years away, Jane Torvald and Christopher Dean have not lost their magic in Landover. And in this Super Bowl of skating, a new force has been discovered in the professional ranks.